Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now that we've looked at the basics for factoring out greatest common factors, we're now going to look at factoring things with four terms. So now we're going to have four boxes, and what we're going to work on is finding the greatest common factor of row 1, and then finding the greatest common factor of row 2. And from there, you kind of get to choose your own adventure. You can either do what in this box times what in this box is going to equal the middle box, or because we've already listed out the factors, you could then find the greatest common factor of column 1 and the greatest common factor of column 2. So let's go ahead and look at some examples. So our first one here, we've got a with the power of 2 minus 4a plus 6a minus 24. So a with the power of 2 is going to go in our first square. Then minus 4a goes in our second box. 6a positive goes in our third box, and negative 24 goes in our fourth box. So we're literally just filling it out across. Now to find this square, we are going to list out our greatest common factor between a squared and negative 4a. So the factors that make up a squared are a times a, and the factors that make up 4 are 1, 2, 4, and then we need 1a because it's a to the power of 1. So now looking at these two lists, we can see that our greatest common factor is just a. So we're going to pull a out there. And then we need to list out the factors for these two because our greatest common factor is going to go in this box. So remember, we find our GCF of row 1 and our GCF of row 2. So now we list out the factors of 6. So the factors of 6 are 1, 2 times 3, and 1 times 6. And there's an a there. And then our factors of negative 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. So we've already listed out those factors of 24. If you don't remember them, you can always use Desmos to figure out what our factors are going to be. So now we want to look for the greatest common factor in both lists. So the biggest number in both lists is 6. Now here we have a positive number and a negative number. So the best way to figure out if this GCF is supposed to be positive or negative is look at the box it's touching. So is 6 touching a positive or a negative box? Well, this is a positive, so it's touching a positive box, which means that it is going to be positive. So this is going to be a plus 6. Now, to get the tops, we can choose to either do a times what gives us a squared, and 6 times what gives us negative 24, or you can choose to find the greatest common factor of these two in these two boxes now. So either way will work. So a times what gives us a squared? Well, we need another a, so it's going to be a times a gives us a squared. And if you look here and here, the only thing they have in common is an a. So it is still the GCF there. And then 6 times what gives you 24? So we need 6 times 4 to get 24. And then that 4 is touching a box that is negative, so it's going to be negative. And just to verify, 6 times negative 4 is negative 24. Yes. All right. So then we can also notice that the GCF of these two lists is the 4. The biggest number they have in common is 4. So now we just need to list out our answers. So we look at the two factors. The first one goes down the side, so we're going to go ahead and throw that in parentheses, a plus 6. And then across the top, a minus 4. And so those are the two factors for a squared minus 4a plus 6a minus 24. All right, so let's go ahead and have you guys try the next example in your notes. So go ahead and pause this video and work it out. All right, so the first thing we have to do is fill in our box. So h squared minus 2h plus 5h minus 10. And now to get these outside spots, we look for our greatest common factor between these two. So the greatest common factor between h with the power of 2 and minus 2h is h. And the greatest common factor between 5h and 10 is 5. And because that 5 is touching a positive, it's going to be positive. And then h squared. So we have to do h times h to get h with the power of 2. We could also identify that the greatest common factor between these two boxes is h. And then 5 times 2 gives us 10. So this is going to be 2. And then it's touching a box that's negative, so it's going to be negative. And again, you could have listed out these factors and gotten that the GCF is 2. So then our answer would be the polynomial down the side, so h plus 5, and the polynomial across the top, h minus 2, as our two factors. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and take it up one more step with a number in front of our first term. So we've got 45p with a power of 2, which is going to go in our first box. Negative 27p goes in our second box. Negative 50p goes in our third box, and then positive 30 goes in the last one. So now, in order to find this spot, in order to find this spot, we have to find the GCF of the row. So we need to list out our factors. So I don't remember all the factors of 45 off the top of my head, so I'm going to go ahead and pull open Desmos and use that just to double check. So first and foremost, we know that 45 divided by 1 is going to give us 45. So we know 1 is a factor. Is 2 a factor? No. 3? Yes. So we've got 3 and 15. I don't know how many factors there are going to be, so I'm going to go ahead and write this out in 2 rows just to make sure. 4? No. 5? Yes, we've got 5 and 9. And what about 6? No. 7? No. 8? No. And then when I type in 9, it's going to give me the same thing. So we don't actually have a whole lot, so I'm going to go ahead and back up here, and we're going to put 5, 9, 15, and 45, and then we've got 2 p's. Then we need to list out the factors of 27, so now we're going to double check factors of 27. I know 1 and 27 are factors. And then I know that it's going to be 3 and 9, but let's just verify there aren't any more. So we divide it by 4. That doesn't work. 5, no. 6, 7, 8. And then when I type in 9, it's going to push me back to 3. So those are all the factors of 27. And then we need a p. So now looking at these two rows, the biggest number they both have in common is 9. So I'm going to factor out a 9. And then they have a p in common. So we're going to factor out 9p. All right, so then next up we are going to find the GCF of our second row. So we need to list out the factors of 50 this time. I feel like there's got to be more for 50 than there were for 45. So 1 and 50 for sure. 50 divided by 2 is 25, so that's going to be 2 and 25. 3 doesn't work. 4 doesn't work. 5 and 10. What about 6? No. 7? No. 8, 9, and when I type in 10, it's going to give me back 5. So that is it. And then we need 1p. And then the factors of 30 are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. We had already done the factors of 30 earlier. So now we just need to find the greatest common factor between these two lists. So in this case, it would be 10. So we're going to factor out 10. And because this 10 is touching a box that is negative, we are going to make it negative. Okay, so right now we have one factor is 9p minus 10. And now we just need to figure out what goes across the top. So we can figure out what goes across the top by doing the GCF of the column both times. Or we can use division now. So we know 9 times what is going to give us 45. So we know that 9 times 5 gives us 45. And in order to get 2 p's, we have to multiply 2. We have 1 on the outside, so we need 1 more on the outside. And if you were to look at these two lists, you would notice that the greatest common factor is 5p. And then negative 10 times what gives us 30? So we know 10 times 3 gives us 30. And because the 3 is touching a box that is negative, it has to be negative. So then our other factor is going to be 5p minus 3. Perfect. All right, so go ahead and pause this and try the next example in your notes. All right, so we should have filled in 5b with the power of 2, negative 25b, 2b, and negative 10. And then factored out the greatest common factor for each row. So that's going to be 5b and 2, and because it's touching a positive, we're going to make it positive. And then across the top, we're going to get 1b because 5 times 1 is 5, and b times b is b with the power of 2. And we're going to get 5 and make it negative because 2 times 5 is 10, and the 5 is touching a negative box, so it needs to be negative. So then our two factors are 5b plus 2 and b minus 5. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and take it up a notch with one more problem, and we're going to go ahead and skip it and move on to this one. And we're going to do this as a group. So this is a little bit harder because now there's 2 letters, but it's going to be the same process. So we're going to put 2nu in the first square, negative 8u in the second one, positive 3n in the third one, and negative 12 in the last one. So now once again, to get this spot, we have to find the greatest common factor of the whole row. So we list out our factors of 2, which are 1, 2, and then we have 1n and 1u. And then the greatest common factor, now we need to list out the factors of 8. So that's going to be 1, 2, 4, 8, and a u. And now we look at both lists to see what they have in common. So they have a 2 and a u in common. And now we need to find our greatest common factor of the second row. So we list out our factors 1, 3, and n. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, and no n. And we look for what they have in common. Well, they have a 3 in common. And because that 3 is touching a box that is positive, it is going to be positive. And we can now figure out what this spot and this spot is by either doing greatest common factor or multiplying to get the inside. So the greatest common factor between this list is n. And the greatest common factor between this list and this list is 4. And because the 4 is touching a box that is negative, it needs to be negative. So then our factors for this is going to be 2u plus 3 and n minus 4. Perfect. All right, so we've got one more problem to look at. We've got the polynomial x squared minus 18x plus 3x minus 54, and we want to figure out which expression is a factor of it. So go ahead and work this out using our box method in your notes, and we'll go over the answer in just a second. All right, so we start off with drawing our box, and x squared negative 18x plus 3x and negative 54 goes inside. And then the greatest common factor between x squared and negative 18x is x. Greatest common factor between 3x and negative 54 is 3, and because it's touching a positive, it has to be positive. So we know that one factor is x plus 3. And now we use that to find our other factor. So we know across the top we need to have x and 3 times 18 maybe. Let's try 54 divided by 3 is 18. So 18 and negative because it's touching a negative. So our two factors are x plus 3 and x minus 18. So of these factors, which one is an answer choice? Perfect, B. All right, so at this time you can go ahead and get started on the assignment. It is 10 questions with greatest common factor and box method. Take your time, use your notes. If you have any questions, you can get on tutoring on Tuesdays or Thursdays or message me in Canvas. Good luck on your assignment.